Hello, everyone. This is Cerise Moore of the Truth Be Told Ministries, and you know what? It is time for our devotional, practicing basic spiritual disciplines. I'm so grateful because we're on our last leg of this particular lesson about service to others. And last week, we looked at some questions about the roles of the church. And looking at the parable, they asked you a question: what was the roles of the church? What roles, of the church that Jesus described in his parable? Well, he describes the role of feeding the hungry and giving them water to drink and something to drink. He talked about clothing those who didn't have any clothes. He talked about healing the sick and being there for people, going into the prisons, ministering. So those are the roles that people can play within the community. And then he asked the question: what does Jesus say that we are ministering to him? Why, does Jesus say that we are ministering to him when we minister to other people? And you know what that says is that when we take the time to minister to one of his, then we are ministering to him because he is the body. And we are part of his body, but he's in us. And so when we go and we sacrifice and we spend time and we labor in the field, not all of it's going to be glamorous and when we're out front, but it's important that we be a part of the body of Christ to do that which God has given us to do. And so that's so important for us to minister to others. Oh, you never know what a kind word or prayer, or when you send someone a card, or a person has a need for something, you say, well, all I have is $10, but I'm going to bless them with the $10. It may not help their bill. It doesn't matter. See, it's the fact that you thought of them enough to give what you have to bless them. What are we doing today? And so looking at the next question says, what does this imply concerning your involvement in the local church? What it implies is that we need to be involved with our local community. That even although we're online, we can still reach out to others. But are we willing to do that? That's what comes to mind to me. So let's read our devotional for this week. I'm on 89. This is week 44. I'm on page 89 if you're following in the book of Lesson 8. And let's do this section here. We are never called to go it alone in our faith, and we are never called to go it alone in ministry to others. Jesus sent out his disciples 2 by 2. He said, if 2 of you agree on earth concerning anything that they ask, it will be done for them by my Father in heaven. For where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, I am there in the midst of them. Matthew 18:19-20. Paul encouraged the Philippians, stand fast in one spirit, with one mind, striving together for the faith of the gospel. That's Philippians 1:27. In Revelation, John recorded again and again these 4 convicting words of Jesus. I know your works, Revelation 2:2, 9 and 19, for example. What we do as the body of Christ, as unto the Lord, unto one another, and unto the lost, is the basis on which we will be judged and rewarded. That there should be no schism in the body, but that the members should have the same care for one another. And if one member suffers, all the members suffer with it. Or if one member is honored, all the members rejoice with it. Now you are the body of Christ and members individually. That's 1 Corinthians 12:25-27. Now here's our question for this last section of Lesson 8. The first question says, when have you experienced pain in a small part of your body, such as a stubbed toe? How did you react to that pain? When have you experienced pain in a small part of your body, such as a stubbed toe? How did you react to that pain? And the second question says, why is it important for all Christians to be involved regularly with the local church? According to these verses, what happens when one part of the body becomes separated? Why it's important for all Christians to be involved regularly with the local church? According to these verses, what happens when one part of the body becomes separated? So this week, Here's the caption that he wrote at the bottom of the page. He says, I am a part of Christ's body, and I therefore must remain connected to other parts of his body. So today, think about it. Are you connected with the body of Christ, or are you trying to go it alone, which is something God did not intend for you to do? And on tomorrow or the rest of the week, think about this. I will become involved in the ministries of a local church on a regular basis. So if you're not involved today in your local body, consider becoming involved, giving your service to the Lord. But whatever you do is unto him. It's not for glory. It's not for prestige. It's not to become famous. It's not to be liked. Because often when you work in the ministry field, many won't like you. But it's to bring the glory to our God and to serve the body of Christ as he's instructed us to do. Thank you so much for tuning into the broadcast today, and I hope you have a wonderful week. I look forward to seeing you next week when we'll be starting Lesson 9. Thank you so much. You have a blessed day. Bye all.